Hi, and welcome to part two of what kind of information should you be giving to people when you're getting to know them on a platform like WhatsApp. No, I won't say WhatsApp, even WhatsApp. Yeah, WhatsApp, Facebook. Let's say you've exchanged numbers and you have gotten to that point where they've given you their number. What kind of details should you be asking, or should you also be divulging when you're getting to know someone beforehand? Just give me a minute. Yeah, getting back. So, I think you should be a bit conservative. Should you tell them where you live? I would just give them a kind of like an area, but I would not give them the exact details in the beginning. Why? Because you still don't know this person. You still don't know what they're all about unless you know them personally. There are mutual friends involved, and you don't want to be a nutcase and a stalker and start calling up friends and say like, "Do you know who he is? Do you know what he does?" Later, maybe when you are, you've gone out with him once or twice and you're serious and you want to just make sure. Still, trust your own instincts rather than doing that. There's something a little shady about like too much, digging isn't also good, but at the same time you want to be cautious. So yeah, where do you stay? Should you answer that question if you're a girl? So if you're a girl, I would just generally give the information, but I wouldn't give the exact location. I wouldn't give the name of the building or the name of the bungalow or the premises exactly. That's one thing. Secondly, how many people are there in this house, in your house? Who do you live with? These are questions which are not really that important when you're getting to know somebody. You can ask them like, what is your family into or something if you want to know a little bit more about their background. But in the beginning, it should be more about you and them. How much do you vibe with this person? Who's this person all about? Is he interesting to you? Is she interesting to you? It should be, the focus should be on that. Definitely you should ask a little bit about their age if that's a big concern for you. If it's not, then it doesn't matter. uh, Whether they're responsible should be far more important than financially where they stand. I think that's a big buzzkill when you make it very much about status wise where they're at. It can be important. Let's say you're a celebrity. Yeah, you're like, if you're a celebrity, if an important person, you want to be careful because people do have higher agendas. Definitely, money does factor into all these things. In partnerships, you want a stable, mature, and financially responsible partner, both ways. So you need to check those things out. But getting back to the questions, yeah, you shouldn't ask that on the first time though. You should get to know the person better and then later on try to see whether they are sensible human beings, financially independent, capable of taking care of themselves. Or even if they're not and the other person is honestly communicating that to you, like we're in the middle of a pandemic, a lot of people have lost jobs. Doesn't mean we'll always remain in this situation, doesn't mean we'll always be like this. Even if someone has lost their job, maybe they'll get it back, or when the economy gets up and running, they may have had pitfalls. So you got to be a bit understanding as well. And but try to see if there's more of a connect is far more important. How do they sound? How they behaving? And try to keep it mostly on the friendly level, because the moment it becomes too datish and about a man woman thing, I think what happens is a lot of people get on the defensive and then they put the best foot forward. If you leave that leeway open where the other person is comfortable to talk about their, even failings, what you'll find is a more open and honest communication happening between the two individuals involved. And financial details, please don't give that out as well. Who you bank with or things like that. Even if it comes up in conversation, try to not give out your financial details. And it is suspicious if someone's asking you that on day one, or if that's such a big concern to them, not the quality of the person but somehow the finances and all that stuff. What else? You can definitely say your age, what are your interests, and things like that. But like I said, address, financial details, who all live in your house. You don't have to be very cagey, but at the same time try to figure out what's the agenda. Sometimes maybe it's a good looking thief, we don't know. Just kidding. But do a little bit of a check, see their profiles. Don't be in a rush to make that connection. Be a little bit cautious. So this is part 2 of what kind of details you should be divulging in that first conversation with that person. If it's just on text, too much questioning anyway, it's a buzzkill, right? Someone asking you unnecessary too many questions. I think 3 to 4 questions, and there should be a general request to ask for your phone number. If they don't do that, and they keep on asking, and if they keep on asking, sorry, got cut, questions, then put an end to it. If they don't want to make the effort to make the phone call and want to do everything question, just say bye, because that sounds like someone who's an entire headache, who wants to do research. You come to know if someone's interesting by the way they hold a conversation, whether they're witty, they're smart. You can come to know their level of education by the conversation they hold, whether they're traveled or not. So all those things are very important while making that first connection. So I hope I've made myself quite clear on what you should or should not divulge on texting, and how soon it should translate into a phone call. If a man is taking also too long, I'm going to do a video on that as well. What should you do? Should you entertain that man or not? Okay, so another video on that coming up shortly. If you like the content that you're receiving from me, Soma Mangnani, I am an inner work and mindset coach. I also give tips on dating. I have a Reiki prayer page where if you want to have Reiki done for you or your loved ones, you can request your name, your number, and you can Google Pay me. I take a minimum 1000 rupee donation to do the prayer. If you want a full body Reiki with all 26 points, I take 3000 rupees. I also have packages for that on a monthly basis if you're interested. So don't forget to like and to subscribe to my channel. And if you have a particular topic that you would like to hear me speak on, definitely mention it in the comments below. Yeah, thank you, and take care and have a lovely day.